Hello there, welcome back. Today we're going to be reacting to Season 2, the second trailer which has come out. I think it's the second trailer. It's called Special Looks. I'm assuming there's going to be some new things in here for us to react to and hopefully see and get excited about. The first trailer, the video just that I've done before this one, you can find it on my channel. That was a really good start off for Season 2. It's got my Rogue One Andor-ness stoked. Since then I've been just binge listening to Rogue One music, binge watching the Darth Vader hallway scene I don't know how many times. And yeah, it sort of re-sparks my love for that part of Star Wars. Rogue One was certainly something which I loved so much when it came out and continued to love it, and always thought that that was the direction that Disney Star Wars was going in. Oh, how wrong we were through many things. Now, the only thing with this trailer is that it came out 4 days ago. I was not recommended this from the Star Wars channel, which I find really strange. Normally in yesteryear it would be like 15 minutes or certainly within the hour after finding it. Well, obviously I want to do a trailer reaction to it. I'm really looking forward to this series coming out. I'm hoping it's a bit of a return to some sort of normality after the show, for which I still don't want to name. And it's because of that I haven't got my Disney Plus account at the moment, so obviously I'm going to need that back. I've been in a sort of, like I said, a downtime and recovery process from that. But what I saw when I was looking for this Andor trailer was they've started to upload episodes as like a recap, but 4 episodes, I think it was a full episode of Andor Season 1, which I thought was a really great way to do it, because if a lot of people aren't actually in tune with Disney Plus, how are they going to see that and get excited for this? So yeah, I'm not sure about the state of Disney Plus from a Star Wars sense and point of view. I still am a big advocate for buying something and owning something, not paying and streaming, never owning and never quite knowing what's going to happen to that content that you love. I really don't like that. I like the old format where even if it's digital, buy it, own it, digital, you got it. Even if it's just a card, but you've always got that card with it on it. So that's what I like with Star Wars, and that's why I'm a bit not so keen on the whole streaming service Disney Plus show thing. But the fact that they're showing the early Andor stuff is really good to get people hyped up. I think that's kind of a good idea for marketing. I would have liked to seen this 4 days ago as opposed to being late now. So just a quick recap from the trailer 1.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That was really good. It brought back all the interest in Krennic, in Andor. Completely forgot about K2 coming back as well, because there's quite a large difference between Andor and Season 1 and Andor and Rogue One. Like, that's a big jump. So this has got to cover that completely. And I think where they're going with it, with Bootstrap Bill and everyone, I think it's really starting to thread, or look like it's going to thread the pieces together, bringing back in Krennic, which I love so much. And Mandelson was such an amazing actor for it. He became iconic in so many of the scenes that he was doing. He became this close.
We were this close.
And Farming, a man of your talents, and every single line I swear he had in Rogue One sort of became a meme. So he was really good. It was really good to see him in the first trailer, and I hope he has a serious presence in this. Hopefully we see more of him in here as well. Like I said, my music thing, I think a lot of people were with that as well. I wasn't so keen on the trailer music, and I know there was a lot of people who also say that, oh, if you listen to the lyrics, it's meaningful, it's about rebellion and things like that. But I don't listen to Star Wars music for the lyrics. Never have, never will, except Laptee Neck from Return of the Jedi. There's an exception, but everything else is always orchestral. So I'm hoping with this trailer it sort of gets away from that modern music selection there and goes something more traditional. Andor had a very distinctive standalone theme, and it builds up the tension, it builds up the rising nature of the rebels, and I think that was captured within the Andor theme. The motif is like collectively rising. That's how I see music, and that's why I think it's important for Star Wars, especially because they've always been different. Everyone else could do the whatever music, Marvel can do all that, but Star Wars, for me, I just like it pure. And someone who just listens to orchestral music all the time, well, I might be a little bit biased, but yeah, let's react to this. I'm very much looking forward to what we've got, and then we'll talk about it all at the end as well. Let's watch this trailer. So this is a new one then.
We are not who we were when we started.
Bootstrap.
Imperial ships are already landing.
We need to step up.
Is there no one who can help us?
See, I've got the Andor theme straight away,
That's all true.
which is really good.
Everything I did for the rebellion.
Revolutionary movements are spontaneously happening all over the galaxy. How those come together is the stuff of our story.
Tony Gilroy. Top man.
If season 1 laid the track, then
So
season
it's like a
2 is the
documentary
juggernaut.
trailer thing.
The Empire cannot win.
Well, they haven't won yet. We're
And
building.
that interceptor is looking great.
The insurgents have weapons at this point.
We're counting on it.
These 12 episodes are going to take us over the next 4 years into Rogue One. The complexity of the show, the
years.
possibilities of the show.
Wow.
It has to be
You're thinking like a thief. I'm thinking like a soldier. Think like a leader.
I'd have another Shakespearean-like monologue from Bootstrap. That'd be really good.
Is unparalleled. The sets and the costumes are breathtaking.
I agree with that with a lot of their sets.
Everyone takes their time. And you
It's a little bit different, but they are. There's a lot of grandeur to them.
This is it. This is what you live for.
It's human. It's incredibly
So that's the Sol Guerrero's group in Rogue One. That's really cool.
far away.
It's the urgency of the situation.
If we do not stand together, we will be crushed.
This is the
K2.
end.
And Alan Tudyk as well. And the Centre Building. The Senate room. Well, yeah, that was really good. I'm glad I did a reaction to that. I think there's a, even though that was the sort of documentary style, there was a lot of new things in there. And plus, the biggest main thing for me there is the Andor theme. It felt like a trailer, and it just connects me more to the series previously, using that original music which they had in that show. So that's really good. It sets up the tone. And Tony Gilroy there saying 4 years, and you'll see some serious character growth throughout. Alan Tudyk there with Cassian Andor is really good to see them together. So we're actually going to get them on their ship together, their whatever wing it is, and hopefully go on a mission. So I hope that Imperial transition for K2 is early on in the series, because I'd really like to have his humour throughout, if that makes sense. That would be really good. And then it gives K2's death scene on Rogue One far greater meaning. That would be really nice there as well. I don't know, guys, I think the show, from what we're seeing in this trailer, it looks really good. I know Rogue One, Andor comes off even slightly different, but I think the story-wise, it really delves deep into characters. And like I said, like with Kino Loy from the first season, that was such a powerful moment.
There is one way out.
And sort of tearjerker, and you felt it so much as they go to escape. And then he just looks and said, I can't swim. That always gets me. And the monologue from Bootstrap Bill, and yeah, even Dedra I like as well. I think the time that's passed in between season 1 and now, I think that's worked, because for me, I've been in the Star Wars rock bottomness of that show, and now it's sort of just something I did enjoy, and it's linking that up and seeing some sort of prosperity on the horizon for Star Wars is a good sign for me. There's a lot of speculation what's going on around about the moment. Just know this: every single day I'm looking up Star Wars, trying to work out what's going on. I listen to every rumour under the sun. I know which rumours are slightly more likely to come into fruition, and ones which are more sort of speculative, but it's piecing all that together, because I just, more than anything, want the return of sort of George Lucas style Star Wars, and or at least, the very least, that way of filmmaking for Star Wars. Very traditional, like with Rick McCullum. I saw an interview from a site, YouTube channel, indie site. I think it was a YouTube short or something. But it was a small section. He's talking about there was a Star Wars show which they had in production, but it was too expensive after the trilogy came out, the prequel trilogy. And hearing his voice anyway, because I'd listened to him so much on behind the scenes, years of listening to him behind the scenes at that age, and then obviously hearing him a bit older, I thought, oh man, he was just such a great person that worked with George Lucas to get all of these things together and create the prequels. And I'd love to see him and George team up to make something happen again. But I think with the Andor show, it's going for something more traditional, but it's a good direction for Star Wars. I feel like for this trailer, it really sets you in the mood, and it gets me excited for Star Wars, and certainly for the show. I'm very much looking forward to seeing it. I think Andor was always, if it sat alongside big Star Wars movies and they were a success, Andor provides a really great breathing space for something a bit more mature and a bit more serious, shall we say. And it carries a lot of weight within certain characters. And I think that Andor sits perfectly with what should have been created from Lucasfilm, Disney, big Star Wars movies. Andor would have greatly benefited from the goodwill that those Star Wars movies would have given the audience, and that goodwill would have led them over to Andor and made it even more a success. That's what I think anyway. But yeah, this second trailer looked amazing. So I hope you enjoyed my reaction and thoughts. Let me know what you thought and what you're looking forward to seeing in Andor Season 2. It's not going to be long now. Hopefully they actually release another trailer. I suppose if that was a behind the scenes thing, they might actually do like an official trailer too, which would be pretty awesome. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, and remember, the Force will be with you always.